Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going to go in and showcase what I did for my Paragauntlet run. Now, this is the second time I ran it. The first time I ran it, I thought I was recording. I didn't. So I'm just redoing basically exactly what I did. And, you know, for the Paragauntlet run, that counts for the objective to get the dust and the Nightcrawler stones. You need to run either using Magica or Magic Thief champs, and so I got Elsa, Thing, and Havok. And Elsa's gonna take the first two fights. She's pretty solid for the Yondu. If he happens to bleed you, he'll take some damage. You got some easy openings with her counter evade. She shrugs off all those debuffs that get automatically put on you from the node, and then turns that into a precision, so you crit more. So I just basically try to get, just fill them up with light enders and the counter evade to get busted debuffs on, and then when I crit, I get big damage, and then finish off with a special 2. And that one was clean. That was a full yellow bar. The one that I did the original time, it wasn't that clean, but she's good for it. Now for this one, you know, I considered using Havok, but I used Elsa both times, just because the one fight, the second to last fight against Negasonic is a little bit annoying to deal with, but yeah, so this is a little bit longer fight. Now it has that alternating node where you do damage physical, and if you knock them down, it switches to energy, and if you do energy with that knockdown, you do get the protection. It's like a heavy knockdown protection, so you can get the fury and get regular damage. The only problem with that is, you know, you'll switch to energy, and if you switch to energy, then he heals like everything back that you do, no matter what. Now I did throw a special 2. I did put incinerate on him. Not ideal. You don't want to put energy debuffs on them on Masacre, because he'll get like a little power gain on top of the conflictor node that's there. So, you know, this fight was going okay. It's kind of slow. Generally, I'll try to do like a medium ender to trigger conflictor, and then I'll do a light ender to get my busted debuff on him, so that way when I do crit, I get the red damage, because Elsa's all about the crits and the busted damage. Incinerate damage, it's you know, it's okay, but the real damage from Elsa is with the busted. So I'm just trying to get those on. And you can see I haven't even heavy knocked him down yet. So, I mean, obviously it's going not super fast or anything like the last fight, but it's kind of slow and steady. But then towards the end of this fight, I feel like my controls get kind of whacked, and there's like a sequence where I get pushed around, let's just say that. But we end up soloing him. We don't have a lot of health left. Obviously it can be done cleaner. I mean, there's better options, I think, for this. I think Havok would actually do pretty well. Even though he does like all energy, you start in physical damage. So I think, you know, pretty much if you don't knock him down, I think he'll do plenty damage. So like right now you can see, like when I was hitting, well, besides getting hit, when I hit him, because I'm in this energy damage phase, everything that I do to him, you can see that, is all healing back. So I needed to do a heavy knockdown to switch him back to this physical phase, and then you can get some real damage. And then it's just got the protection from the heavy knockdown. So, yeah, he is gonna go down. It's gonna be a little bit slow fight. I think this ends up being like 3 minutes. Preferably, I like to keep Masacre to a special 1. Not that a special 2's hard to dex, but if you block it, you take a lot of damage, and if you miss the dex, you take a reasonable amount of damage. So here I got the heavy knockdown, and I want to, there, I do get like a light attack in and get him back to the heavy, because 2 heavies in a row, you're going to go from energy back to physical. And you definitely need to be in physical, otherwise he's going to heal everything back with, I can't remember what the node was, but I showed it right before I went in. Remember, you do need to do the skip choice. You can't swap anybody to get credit for the Paragauntlet challenge objective. Now Domino, she's got rise to power, speed, breakneck speed. She's got like a power sting when you get a power bar. So you do want to do a lot of intercepts. It does have caltrops, which is why I brought my boy thing. I haven't used my thing in questing stuff in quite a while. But he does just fine for this fight. I'm trying to think if I get tagged once. You know, it's Domino. You do take a little bit of crit fail damage, but it's not that big of a deal. But basically, you just want to intercept. She was, I think this fight, she just doesn't want to throw specials, which is super annoying, especially when you get the knockdowns. When you knock down, if you have the power sting on you, you pass it over. It's past the buck node or whatever. So if you get to a bar of power, you get a power sting. If you knock them down, you give back the power sting. Yeah, so there I got a power sting. There it's an intercept. When you knock down, you pass over the whiplash. There we go. And if you intercept, you refresh your timer on the whiplash. So just make sure that doesn't expire, otherwise you're gonna take some big damage. Unless you're thing and you throw protection up, you'll bypass that. And yeah, obviously you don't want to throw a special when you have the power sting on, so you want to get an intercept, or just let it run out. Oh, there we go. Nice little combo to the face. It's fine. It's fine. Get the intercept, refresh right before that whiplash was about to detonate. And I think here she's got 18 whiplash. We're just gonna let it expire and she's gonna die. So as long as you can intercept, throw the power sting off, or just wait for the power sting to fall off, and your intercepts will refresh the timer for you. And then once you throw the special, knock her down, pass those whiplash things, and she just dies. So nothing too crazy, but you do want to bleed immune probably for that fight. Now here is this is a kind of a weird fight. It's pretty easy. When you crit and you hit, you move up your combo extra, and you get that immovable object steadfast buffs, which allow you to block unblockables. So this fight is just all about just quickly hitting YellowJacket. I'm ending in light combos to put busted debuffs on, and I think I finish here with special 2, and he's gone. So don't worry about the unblockable, just hit fast. You'll get enough steadfast to where you can block anything. Granted, you know, when you end in light attacks on the combos, it's harder to dex YellowJacket special 1, which is, you know, counterintuitive to Elsa because you want to end in a light, but it's fine. Got a power sting, she shrugs it off, turns into a precision, and you're good. So when I first did this fight on my initial run, I just used Havok, and I did take quite a bit of damage, but I did solo it. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna see what kind of damage I can get with Elsa and Thing. Obviously not great options to use against Negasonic. She's annoying because you can't like parry her on her dash-ins because they're non-contact, and then she's got the kinetic, so when you block, you give her power, she hits you, she's got those passive incinerates and whatnot. Yeah, whatever. We end up throwing the heavy, knock her down so that she doesn't get that evade thing that she's got when she starts the fight with. And as long as you keep knocking her down before that gray timer that she has, she won't get that evade. Now, the one thing that I didn't consider in this fight, and you're going to see it here in a little bit. So here I'd knock her down with special 1. It's all good. Doesn't hit too hard, but I think I crit on a special 2 coming up, and I've already got a number of Furies on me, and it's gonna hit hard and crit. Yeah, 25k, and that puts a big Incinerate on. And next, if you crit really, if you hit really hard, you get incinerated. So I mean, thing probably could have sold that fight had I just kept like special 1 and heavy knockdowns, but it's whatever. I just kind of threw them at her just to get some health off, and I wasn't going to use either of those champs against Silver Sable. And so for this one, I'm just going to kind of spam special 1s. You know, she has a lot of energy that she's throwing at me, so we're building up the plasmas. She's kind of getting detonated. If I can land a heavy and get the whatever it's called, can't think of the name right now, the feedback debuff, and get some extra damage, but I'm just blocking everything, and she's melting. She dies. So Havok's really good, pretty solid for that fight. And then Havok is incredible for this fight. Silver Sable, I already posted a run from the Thronebreaker, but it's got a node where if you dash back, you get shocked, and you can just dash around. You don't even have to hit her. I think in this fight, don't forget about the window of opportunity stun. I got stun there. It's not a big deal. But yeah, you don't want to stun when that's up, otherwise it's going to get reflected. We get back into the corner, and so we're actually going to hit her. Whatever. But because we have so many shocks on, she just implodes really fast. Have a video on that going 25 seconds, no contact, no nothing. I mean, that one was faster because I was putting on more shocks, but it gets it done, no items. Again, this was the second time I did it because the first time my recording didn't work, but hopefully this helped. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.